today. From the Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tennessee Titans.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the New Orleans Saints. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback. The NFL's second leading rusher in 2022. Here's Derrick Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Addison buying time to his left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Looking to throw. Addison. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Addison eluding the pressure right. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Now a play fake here on first down. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 1st and goal. A good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
To throw on 2nd down. Addison flushed out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Addison. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins from a yard out. And the Titans are on the board here first in the season opener. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Back to throw. Addison. Across the formation, Burks has it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Off play action. Addison escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Off the play fake. Addison. That is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Henry will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On second down, here's Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Off play action. Addison.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Being chased out left. Dances by him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Henry up the middle. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Off the play fake. Addison. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Addison.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. They'll try the right side with Henry. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, for the Titans in 2023, they figure to be a team that battles for a division title. At least that's what it looks like from my vantage point, Charles. What do you think needs to go right for them to win the AFC South?
I think some retooling, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And when you start with the offensive line, their pride and joy, they've got to rebuild that part of the team because that's the engine that makes their offense run. Everything comes off the fact that their offensive line usually controls the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Addison. Throw left side complete. That's Phillips. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry.
They'll get this down to the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got to be... Throwing to start the drive. Addison forced out to his left. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Looking to throw. Addison.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down. The final shot before break. Addison. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We start with game 1 of the DeMeco Ryans era as head coach. Houston on the road for an AFC clash with Baltimore. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the Dog Pound. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Deshaun Watson on fire. 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Jonathan Taylor accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, touchdown! A great effort there. 71 yards.
And the Titans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They begin with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Steps away to his left. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. To throw on third down. Addison under pressure. They got him again. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen. But
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain there of 21 yards. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Gets around him.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Off play action. Addison eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Henry running right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Addison buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. A man who played collegiately at nearby Tulane, it's Tajay Spears.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw. Addison.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
How about some applause for the deep?
Out come the Titans now.
Hey, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's Well, now they'll shift things around.
On 1st and 10, Addison. He finds Hopkins complete.
And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Throwing on first down. Addison flushed out right.
And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. Now 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Addison. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now.
And this is going to be intercepted.
God.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25.
So the first interception.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Now a first throw here in overtime. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
And Henry going to have a Titans first down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Henry again.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
4 yards there on a touchdown run.
On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Titans, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.